Want to touch on this quickly because I've gotten a ton of comments about it. Clark is listed out until August 12th on ESPN, says Big Doug N90. But that's not the only comment I've gotten about it. I mean, there's a bunch of them that have flooded the YouTube comment section and asking me about things on various social media platforms. Shannon Cooler says, "Why does ESPN have a return date 8/12? They didn't make it up because just Thursday it was 7/27." Well, look, since earlier this week, or since the beginning of the week, the Fever have put out a statement saying that Caitlin Clark has no timetable for return. And as far as I understand, that is the case, that there is not a defined timetable or return date set for Caitlin Clark. What everybody's referencing is what is up on ESPN's website, which is basically, in the game status, you see it here, injury report, Caitlin Clark out, estimated return date August 12th. It does indeed say that on ESPN platforms and on the ESPN website. I'll give you a live look at the ESPN website right now. This is what it says. Estimated return date August 12th. But it also says Clark, who has been ruled out for Thursday's game against the Aces, doesn't yet have a timetable to return. Tony East of the Next reports Thursday. That other part is most important. Doesn't yet have a timetable to return. I believe, from my experience and just from reading the situation, there is nothing more to that than it just being a best guess or an estimate, as the word is, from ESPN. That there is not deeper meaning or deeper reporting into that. That it's a placeholder that they're putting there to have some sort of general idea of the ballpark of when Caitlin Clark may or may not return, or when she could return. So in the last couple of days, something I've gleaned is that what they're saying about prioritizing her long-term health and recovery is true, and that I believe Clark is of that mind state now, to make sure that when she does come back, it's not deja vu, it's not here we go again, and she can return at actually full strength or as close to full strength as possible. So I do think they are, despite that, I mentioned her being in practice gear yesterday at the shoot around, and Caitlin even took part in some of the half court shooting. That was part of the speculation and everything yesterday, including for me, right? Like, where I see it and I'm like, oh, look, there's Caitlin Clark on a basketball court, and you get a little bit excited about it. She was out there taking half court shots. Here's some of the footage from that, and you could see Brian Hanshin shares it here. This is after the Timpson shot. And then Caitlin, little step over. She tries one herself, comes up a little bit short. But it's good to see her on the mend at all, right? Like, just to see Caitlin Clark in not necessarily uniform, but in what is the equivalent of, something out on the floor. Not in street clothes, out on the floor. But it is my understanding she is on her own timeline, right? And not even my understanding. The Fever told us that, right? Like, that's what the statement may have been vague, but they communicated that enough that this is not, there's not a set date. So she doesn't have to return by this game because this game is on national television, or this game was moved to a bigger arena, or any of those pressures. I think it's to remove the pressure around Caitlin Clark, and Clark probably trying to remove the pressure from herself to get back out there. So I think it truly is going to be based on how she progresses. Could August 12th against Dallas, as was cited by ESPN, be a reasonable target date? Sure. But I don't think she has a target date. So I just wanted to clear that up in regards to the ESPN estimate, because I believe that is indeed all it was. And we all want some clarity. We all want some more information. But I think the truth of the matter simply is this: there is, honestly, they're not lying, no timetable for Caitlin Clark's return. She is rehabbing. She is working her way back. She will be back, barring some sort of epic collapse from the Indiana Fever, I would assume. But you can't circle a date or set the date, unfortunately. But, the other part of that is it could take longer, it could take shorter, but you want Caitlin Clark to be completely comfortable.